Hey, brothers and sisters, it's your girl Purdy Rose, and I'm motivating the souls. That's right, I'm motivating the souls, and I'm giving you the good news today. And today's good news is timing. God's timing. Not your time, but God's timing. We're going to go to the book of Ecclesiastes, and we are going to use the New King James Version. Let's go to chapter 3, and we're going to read verses 1 through 8. Everything has its time. To everything there is a season, a time for every purpose under heaven, a time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant and a time to pluck what is planted, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up, a time to weep and a time to laugh, a time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing, a time to gain and a time to lose, a time to keep and a time to throw away, a time to tear and a time to sow, a time to keep silent and a time to speak, a time to love and a time to hate, a time of war and a time of peace. That's right. Everything has its timing. And when it is time, the blessings of the Lord will be present in your life. If you push time before it is time, then there will be chaos and mayhem. See, whenever a baker bakes, if he pulls his dish from the heat, it won't be done. If you do something before it's time, it's not ready. It's not ready to produce its fruit. It's not ready to produce its full flavor. It's not ready for everyone to eat from so that they can be nourished and encouraged and motivated and edified for the glory of God. So you have to do things within God's timing. Everything is within His timing. And when it is within His timing, the blessings of the Lord will be present. Think about it. This is a mathematical world. A lot of people think that time is an illusion. A lot of people think that time doesn't really exist. Well, there's a time that you have to be at the bus stop, a time that you have to be at work. There's a time that you have to catch the plane, a time that you have to be at a certain event. So there's a time that's set in place for these things to occur, for these things to come, so that they will be fulfilled. A lot of people think, oh, well, math is not important, but this is a mathematical world. Think about it. The movie Hidden Figures. Well, she had to use a mathematical calculation in order to make sure that that spaceship would leave Earth and return safely. There is a time sequence for your life. And if you push it, it will not produce the fruit that it is supposed to produce. A lot of you are in relationships and you're like, okay, why isn't this person marrying me? I've been with this person for 5-10 years and I'm ready to be married. Everybody around you is married and the clock is ticking. You feel as though you're getting older and you're ready to have that commitment. Well, that person might not be ready. Or that person might see something in you that they think they are not ready for. Okay? So if you push time before it's time, the product won't be ready. The product will not be ready for everyone to enjoy the full fruits of your labor. So you have to wait on God. And sometimes it's hard. It's so hard to wait on God because your timing is different from His timing. But remember, He's always on time. He's always on time. So think about it. Sometimes you'll be like, oh, I missed that bus, or I missed that plane, or I didn't get to work on time because it was a time sequence stamped for you to be there at a certain time. Because had you gotten there earlier, something might have gone disastrous. Had you gotten there earlier, you might not be alive today. So everything is time stamped for everything to go according to its plan. Taking your life, that's not time stamped, because the devil comes to steal, kill, and destroy. He comes to take your life. He comes to take your inheritance. He comes to devour any person that he can, any soul that he can gain to get bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what he's looking for. He's looking for souls to take. That's what he's looking for. But don't let the devil take your joy, because everything is within its time. You're looking for a job and you're just like, I'm not getting a job. I'm not getting a job. It's just not happening. Well, it's within its time. When it's time, you're going to get the job that you are so rightfully to be on, that God is going to bless you with, that God is going to pour out His blessings, and it's going to be the best thing for you. But just wait your time. Like they say, wait your turn, wait your time. You got to wait your time out. You got to wait your time out, because you might not be ready. See, within that time sequence, he's building you up. He's making you stronger. He's giving you the muscles that you need in order to endure what your next level is, what your next chapter is that you are going to be doing for him, because you're going to need every single muscle. You're going to need the strength. You're going to need the endurance. You're going to need the water, because right now you're in the valley and you're thirsty. You're thirsty because you don't understand why there isn't anything to fulfill your joy. Fulfill your joy with all this cup runneth over. But you're thirsty right now because you don't understand time. Because right now you're pushing to get that house, you're pushing to get that car, you're pushing to get your kids into a brand new school, you're pushing to get into that neighborhood, you're pushing to get your mother into that nursing home, you're pushing to have all these things taken care of, but it's not time. Because all things happen within its time for the good of God. For God's goodness, He will give you the grace. He will give you the strength. He will give you the comfort. He will give you the endurance. He will give you the water that you need in order to survive, in order to make it, in order to be fulfilled with His joy and His love and His kindness. He's right there with you. So stand strong, stand firm on faith, and knowing that His timing is also perfect and wonderful. Don't push the envelope before you need to push the envelope. Remember Sarah? She wanted a child so badly. She wanted a child so badly, so she had Hagar, her maidservant, have a child. And then she became very resentful of that child and the mother because she pushed the envelope. She wasn't waiting her time. And then God blessed her with a baby boy in her old age. So you have to wait your time, because if you push things before time, if you're rushing out of that door to get to work because you're going to be late, you could have an accident. That could be the end of your life. Don't push time. Wait your time, because God is right there and He will fulfill it. God bless you. Amen.